What's happening on this good day? Not just being me in the building. Duan Marino, Quincy Murdoch.
Yeah, yeah,
How's it?
yeah, yeah.
How's everything on this Saturday, man?
Man, what's happening, man? Just chilling, man. Rainy day, but we here, man. We here.
No doubt, no doubt.
We here.
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. Hopefully everybody's doing good today. Quick tap in, do some talking on some very important people as always. It's always some people to present to y'all, some people that mean something to us.
Yes, sir.
A lot
Yes,
of us
sir.
don't know about a lot of these people. But again, if you didn't know, there's nothing to say that you're finding out and gaining some knowledge to pass on to some people that you know. Maybe it might be a friend, might be some family, might be your children, might be your spouse, might be your significant other. It could be anybody. But again, that's totally up to you. But again, it's
Well,
also
hey, man. I wanted to. I know you normally cut in and you say, who you want to talk about somebody, influential or whatnot. I had one topic that I wanted to talk about. Basically, because this is still women's month, you know what I'm saying? Black women, shout out to our black women out there. um I wanted to talk about the impact of the fro in the civil rights movement. A lot of people don't know this, but it was a lady, that actually, made this representation a big thing. Um And like where it says the afro is more than just a hairstyle, it was an incredible, powerful symbol of the civil rights movement. So that was kind of like their sign, their signature, their who they wear. So our hair means a lot to us, from um, afros to the dreads, dreadlocks and all. It's a representation of black, you know. Um, it was an incredibly powerful symbol of the civil rights movement. During after the period of slavery in the United States, most blacks styled their hair in an attempt to mimic their oppressors. European settlers considered kinky or nappy hair unattractive and undesirable. I mean, fast forward to the day, and a lot of people still view that as a thing. They call it nappy. They call it, you know, it's tacky to some races. Um, the hair of Africans was often referred to as cottonty or woolly. Europeans deemed their straight and fine hair texture as the ideal. Black hair was the antithesis of Euro-American standard of beauty. Thus, possessing nappy hair was negative and shameful. So I just wanted to, what I'm saying, talk about, the hair, the importance of the hair during the civil rights movement. I know we talked about fashion recently, a lot of things is a big thing in our community that, we really don't get credit for, even to this day. I mean, I'll put it with prisons, like, when you enter a prison facility, they make you cut your hair, what I'm saying, bald, and it's kind of like stripping you of your identity. So I mean, fast forward to the day, and they still use these tactics. Like they know how valuable the hair is and how valuable, everything is. So I wanted to just bring that little quick, what I'm saying, afro, because I know I'm rocking the afro. My people out there that got the natural look, what I'm saying, where that came from, and the power of the hair, man, the afro.
mhm,
Yeah.
definitely good point out. A lot of people that's just a thing that we that's how we grow. It's nothing
Yeah.
a thing of
Yeah.
saying like it's like you gotta add something to it to make it do that. It's just that's just the naturalness of the African that's in us, Afrotized as I call it, with the curly top. That's different versus one that has like this super poof that it don't have to be teased and nothing. It just looks that way, you
Yeah,
know. But
yeah, yeah.
a lot of people were in especially in Africa. Africans used it as like a hierarchy thing as well too. Um, this is just coming out the top of my head because I learned this when I was, in school.
Uh-huh.
But they use it as like a hierarchy situation where like certain afros look different than other afros, bigger than other afros. So in Africa, that's how they kind of used it as a thing of saying who was who. But again, of course, here in America, it was viewed very differently. I know the phase of afros of the 70s was very big. People like my dad, my uncles, and my aunts, and all of them. Like, if you look at all their high school pictures, like every single picture, they got this like super big fro. And
My
it's like,
grandpa too. Hey, my grandpa rocked it too, man. Hey, my grandma had one too.
yeah,
Like,
that was a
yeah,
thing. It ain't
yeah.
what no, perms and stuff like that weren't big then, but it was just a phase. Like I say, that fight the power situation came along with the afro. It just kind of just stuck, and everybody just kind of rolled with it and made it their own, of course. And that
And
was a
I
huh.
and I wanted to say, the lady that I was talking about, her name is Angela Davis. Her
Mhm,
name is Angela Davis. She was a political activist and she embodied the Black Power movement of the 1970s, letting her own Z curl texture grow into an afro. You
mhm,
know what I'm saying? So this was actually that's another woman that I studied, and she was real brave, man. She did some jail time because of standing up for what she believed in. She actually did time,
yeah,
and you know what I'm saying? She's still living to this day,
mhm,
still looks amazing, you know what I'm saying? Still
mhm,
is an activist of the black people, and yeah, Angela Davis. But yeah, my bad.
That
Go ahead,
is
man.
no,
So,
I ain't no apologizing. You good? Just that's what you're supposed to do. Hey,
yeah,
bring
yeah.
somebody with you.
I want y'all to look it up, man. Anytime we put something out, yeah, look these names up, man. You know, it's
Bring somebody
crucial.
with you. I don't call the shots on these great people. They created their situation and made great for us, man. I'm gonna roll with my first one. I'm gonna pull up. Of course, I got a few. My first one is going to be close this one and pull this one over here. Pull up this wonderful Pearson. Share that with y'all. All right, here we go. This young lady, this woman, her name is Marion Croak.
Okay,
She is the
okay.
VP of engineering at Google, but her work as a software developer has influenced technology for decades. She's been granted over 350 patents in her lifetime, with the majority pertaining to voice over internet protocol. So basically, like voice calls over the internet. Basically, she has a whole big grand thing to do with that. So anybody that's ever heard phone calls over the internet and that voice, the situation where people get to, you know, call in these situations now, you can just use your internet and make a
Yeah.
phone call. She has all to do with that. But again, another reason why I bring her up is because you talk about, Pinnacle, 350 patents. No, some people don't even have one patent. Um,
Yeah.
better even have two patents, but she has 350 patents under her belt. So just imagine the 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 wave of what she's on is totally different from others. Like if
She
you
was
think,
on her game. Black women were on their game, man. That's what I'm learning. Like they were on their game more seriously than black men when it came to the business side. It
mm,
seemed like,
mm, oh yeah,
yeah.
and it is not like it's not like thing to say either how many people like her, or because you can go look through all these book of patents and find people. And but the thing is, there's so many people that's patented things that you can't just like look through it and just find every person that is considerably black or African American. But she is one person that I wanted to point out. Another person I'm gonna point out is, let me see who I have next. I want to use. Let me see. Let's go. Let's go with. Let's go with. We're doing ladies. Let's stick with the ladies. Let's pull her up. Miss Lisa Jalopter is her name. Um, get y'all share so y'all can see who she is. Window here and share. All right. Now, this is also somebody that's
She look mixed.
she is mixed, but she is a very different mix. Her mix is, let me go back over here to it because I wanted to say what it was exactly.
Mm.
Her father is a Polish Jew, and her mother is Afro Caribbean. So that's where she gets her black roots from, her mother's side of the family. But of course, as they consider, you have to consider if it's there, it's part of our heritage. So gotta give her flowers for this, because the case of what she did was very big. I want to read it from this one because this one was such a short and sweet, straight to the point. Um, she has had an incredible career creating technology used by billions of people while advocating for workplace inclusivity in technology and beyond. She was instrumental in creating the frameworks for online video and animation, most notably contributing to the creation of the GIF. If people don't know what the GIF is, like, GIFs have become, the GIF files have become one of the biggest notable shareables amongst cell phone to cell phone, text message to text message, emails. I mean, if you just want to send something just short and sweet and funny, or something that's short and sweet and memorable, send somebody a gift instead of just sending them just a basic text. Let it have give it a flair. But we want to shout this lady out because she had a lot to do with, as they call it, the animated image format. Most recently, she founded Equitable. It's a confidential platform for addressing issues of workplace bias and discrimination. So you can only imagine, as I tell me and you talked about before, when you get your platform, what are you doing with your platform?
Right,
What
right.
are you doing with your platform? Are you just getting on and not making note to a situation that's like actually directly in your face? Meaning, she's probably been in so many different rooms with like white people, and you see her skin, you look at her. But at the same time, they probably don't even know. They look at her and probably not even thinking like, you know, is she my froze? Okay, there I go. Some people are probably looking at the situation as like, is she white? Is she black? Um, but
That's good though. That's good though. And because she's presented more opportunity,
yeah,
and she can actually use her resources to help the black
yeah,
community. You know what I'm
yes,
saying?
mm-hmm.
So hey, that is a plus. I'm glad, and I'm glad you threw the race in there, because that's another thing. Opportunities, man. Like you
Mm-hmm.
said, when you get these opportunities, what are you doing with them? And then when you get the platform, how are you using it? for the
Exactly.
betterment, for the betterment.
Exactly. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's again, like us. What good is it going for us to be on here and just talk about topics that don't pertain to nothing that we got going on? And I say what that we don't have going on, meaning we're creators, we're
Yes.
inventors.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know, like even though we get on here and do it this way, it's still a situation of saying that we're inventing a way of doing something or doing something in a lane where
We're
there
creating our own lane. We
there
we
is
leaving a legacy.
yeah, and that's where I see like a lot of those times where like in invention gets us in a door. But once that invention gets us in that door, we'll fade away from that invention and how it got us there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then and like you just said, basically saying like you have a way of being in front of these people. You want to take advantage of it. Somebody's gonna pay you attention. All it takes is one person in that room to hear your idea, to hear what you're thinking, to feel what you're thinking, and it can make sense.
Right. Right.
But again, this is her name is when I say it the correct way, Lisa Gelobter. 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 Lisa Lisa, of course. But look her up. There's a lot of stuff that don't hold me to what all she has done. And again, the other one, Marion Croak, Mariancroak. Look up, just look her name up and just go down the list of all those inventions and patents that she has on her name. Like I've like want to say who you want to say somebody is the champion. Like that's the champion. Like she's done like so much stuff that we like put our hands on, like within the Google situation and in the internet situation. Like she has had so much to do with that. A lot of people will be thinking like, oh man, it ain't that much stuff going on behind, all this technology. Look, it's so much stuff going on behind technology, even this microphone. The reason why this microphone is connected to my sound interface, and the sound interface is feeding into the computer, and the computer signal is feeding into Google, which is allowing us to record this. So you
Yeah.
think about all this technology that feeds in and makes this like this technical stuff that we record with, and
Mm-hmm.
all of this ability that we have, to connect to the world. This is really like the next phase that people can't really get to because of especially quality. You talk about the quality of things, how it's supposed to look,
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
to take these files and like make them your own and create something for your brand. Like she
It's
had a
it's
lot,
work. It's a lot of work that go
yeah.
behind creating this stuff.
And you
You know
think
what I'm
of
saying?
these
Like
these are the people that we got to thank. I mean, we got some black folk that's actually in these seats, man. Like we got to give them their props. But people who would never think about it though.
they just look at a microphone and think the microphone was just magically made.
Yeah, it's people
It was some
behind
work.
it.
It was some work behind this. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? It was some work behind this. Like
yeah,
a
it's
lot of
people.
work behind it, man. Years of sacrificing and
Mm-hmm.
time and effort. you know?
Exactly, and
Yeah.
these are things that I say now, especially in 2024. Um, the opportunities to be creative. Again, I want black people to be in those seats again because we don't have a whole lot of spaces where black people are like, okay, this is created by somebody black, or this
Yeah.
platform
Yeah.
was created by somebody black.
Yeah.
We're not buying in. We're not buying into stuff that's like big and helping a brand, and also putting a stamp on a brand for more black people to have opportunities to follow, like like we're doing, basically
But
talking about it.
a lot of us have ideas. A lot of us
Definitely,
have great ideas, but
definitely.
like I stated last previous episode, we're emotional people.
Hmm.
Meaning we let our emotions outweigh the logical thinking, the logic of thinking. You
Hmm.
get what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So, like, we're in the moment. Somebody piss us off. We're not thinking about let me cool down and think of a logic reason, a way to solve this. We
Mm-hmm.
rather just fight and curse the person up. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Same with you know, a lot of people like talking. You get on social media and rant
Mm-hmm.
every day.
Uh-huh.
You could start you a podcast. You could start you a talk show, a streaming site. You know what I'm saying? You giving all this content and you might be giving good ideas away for free. When you could
Mm-hmm.
just be creating your own lane, create like we're talking about creators, creating. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Mm-hmm. And that's a key to understanding. If you have a mouthpiece, and that's when I always say, like, if you can talk and put energy out, especially to the world, and you know people are going to look at it and pay it attention, why not do something that would be a extra help to the
Yeah,
world? I ain't
yeah.
saying like it's not saying that all content is going change the world, but there is. I mean, it may be you might have 50 videos in you. Put them out to the world. Even if you just put them, sitting on your phone, it may be an idea. It may be a creative idea that could become something. It may be a thing of you could get something patent just from something that you're speaking or telling somebody. Um, while you in a moment of just like speaking ideas. But of
Yeah.
course, patents is not a thing of saying you don't have to be rich to have an idea. That's one
Nah,
thing.
nah.
That's one thing to always roll with. You don't have to be rich to have an idea. It may take some money to make that idea be like huge, big, but at the same time, you got to put in that energy to make sure that is. I mean, it may be a few, maybe a couple dollars, may not be like I said, it may not be something that's like easy to get to, but take the time and put money towards that idea. If it's something that you feel like that could break the industry, definitely you want to try to put out stuff like that in the sense of this could change your life.
Yeah, yeah.
But again, we don't take the little small necessary steps to get there. Even if you are, if you're, I mean, not even saying if you're a college student too, like talking to those college students, if you're in college right now and you got these ideas in your mind, like put these ideas to work. And even the ones that aren't in college or not in school, put if you got an idea, put it to work. This is for
And
everybody.
I'm calling out the ones that got fear in them, they're scared. They got fear embedded in them because of whatever reason or whoever. You know, like use your voice.
Mhm,
Everybody else is using their voice, and some using it in negative ways, influencing the community, influencing the blacks in negative ways. So if they can influence the population in the world their way, why can't we use our voices and be heard and be loud, speaking in a positive way, in an uplifting way? So
mhm.
that's my challenge is for those to speak out. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Because like going back to our ancestors, they fought for us to have one of these things we're doing right now, freedom of speech. They fought for us to have this also, this freedom of speech. What we're doing right now, talking on these microphones, being able to
definitely.
express ourselves. Uncle Luke, another one I want to throw a little black history into. Uncle Luke, the censorship. You know, like you can say whatever on records now in hip hop because of the great Uncle Luke and Two Live Crew. You know, they man, this stuff goes back, man. People have fought for us to have these rights, you know,
Mhm,
and to be able to speak our minds. So we
definitely,
got to use it. You know, we got to use it.
definitely. And lastly, put a stamp on this. It's not one person in under the sound of my voice right now that doesn't have something to give, as I said, to somebody that
Exactly.
considerably break this whole thing wide open.
Exactly.
Everybody has an idea. I think sometimes too is, as you said, there's fear, and there's that part of your brain that pushes positivity. Let me say that. This is a hard thing to do. When you're thinking about an idea, like the whole situation of like setting up stuff to be great or to be better at it, the first thing you probably going to think about is how it's going to be presented. But the biggest thing is presentation can sometimes beat you up because that's the part where it really counts, right? So
Yeah, yeah,
if the presentation is off and it's not presented the correct way, don't get in a twist right there. Because I see a lot of people, they'll start off something, and just because the way it was presented, it doesn't meet the guidelines or look like it can compete with what's out.
yeah.
Don't stop right there. Don't stop right there. That's the part where a lot of us fall short now. A lot of those people that are inventors, they took a whole lot of chances on stuff, trying and trying and retrying until it became a thing of they got it right. So for us, we should do the same thing. Because at least us here, it not just music podcast, we're gonna keep trying. We're gonna keep going at it the way
Yeah,
we
yeah,
supposed to.
yeah.
It's not like a thing of it seems like impossible, but it's very possible to do. Even like now, I think if I'm not mistaken, um, I think with the complete, I think with over the yeah. So with all the homisodes, with all the the releases and everything that we've actually put out, I think we put out well a little over 100 something releases online.
Wow, wow.
As a whole, it's
And
a lot
that's
of
nothing
work.
short. That's nothing short of amazement.
It's a
That's
lot
not
of work. It's a lot
amazement.
of work.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
expensive. It's nothing that people are going. It could get. It literally can probably take your mindset away, just due to how slow things can go starting off. But that's like everything. I mean, we're not. This is one thing too. I was speaking on today. You don't. You don't have to be. You can be famous and also not rich. But you can also be rich and not famous. It's two different ways you can look at this. And I think a lot of people now have getting caught up in the situation and saying it's gonna take me. I got to be famous to be rich. You don't have to be famous to be rich. I'm gonna keep saying this. You do not have to be famous to be rich. You can just be. You can just
Bob
be
Marley
famous.
said he was rich as in life. He was rich in life. Bob
It's
Marley.
and that's and
You know,
considerably. It ain't like
he's
you
rich
getting
as in life.
you're not gonna get a big check for everything that you do. Sometimes you're gonna have to take a small check just to get your face in the game. That could be your first thing that you probably want to do, whatever industry you're talking. Get your face in the game. It ain't saying that you're gonna get it right away, but don't look at everybody that's above you or around you and think like, okay, well, they got it easy. No, you don't know what
Hey,
it took for them
our
to get that.
rewards come in different shapes and forms. Like, it don't gotta come in money.
Yeah,
Opportunity is one,
yeah,
like and think about it, like they might bless you with all this money and then you could be hot today and gone tomorrow. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
So I've seen people that struck fire like right when they did it and they're nowhere to be seen now. And I've seen people that had to go through the bumps and bumps in the road, and
mm-hmm.
gradually it was a process and they're still here to this day.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So you don't want to you don't want to get a lot thrown at you at one time.
definitely.
Honestly, I don't. You know what I'm
No,
saying? Because a lot of people don't know how to handle it.
no,
If you ain't never go through nothing, if you come to this door and just everything goes perfect, how you gonna know how to handle situations when things don't go perfect, when things mess up, when things
mm-hmm.
get rocky? So
Definitely,
that's what builds character. That's what makes a person and breaks
definitely.
a person. But yeah,
So if I have 1 minute to get this basically out. So a lot of us don't have, like I said, those opportunities. If you have an opportunity, the opportunity is only going to present itself for a very short time. It's not going to be a thing of like it's going to be like it's going to be just here and stay here. It's going to be here short time and it's going to go. If you're not going to do it while it's there, you got to take advantage of it. Like, I don't care how much it takes from you. If you really want something, that thing to pop, right, really put your all into it. Like, don't take none of the flack. Don't take none of the stuff that you go through with it. Like,
yeah,
really, don't take it personal. Like, it's always a way to get it done. The biggest way to get it done is keeping that mentality tight. Like, don't get upset. Like, keep
yeah,
positive. Like,
yeah,
I had to tell myself daily, like, man, this is it. I'm gonna get this. Whatever this is, however this is gonna get done. Editing episodes. I'm gonna edit this episode. I'm gonna knock this episode out today. I'm gonna have this done today. I'm gonna get all these files off of this thing today. Like I've got myself in that position to where I'm not like slowing or slacking up on the work. So like my whole situation is like that's the part that I want that to shine. So when people see the product, they know like, okay, this ain't slack. This is being like
And
really
that's
taken
big. I
care
want to
of.
give you respect for that. I want to give you your credit for that too, bro. That's big. You know what I'm saying? That mentality you got right there, like that's big. That's not a slight of amazement. You know what I'm
Yeah, some
saying?
people, and that's it.
Yeah,
And
I
that's why I
want
want that to,
to
I
give
want
you
that to
flowers. You
shine.
know?
Yeah, I appreciate
Yeah,
it, bro.
yeah,
I want
yeah.
that to shine. I want people to see that. So
Cause
when
you
they
are
come,
appreciated. I just want from Quincy Murdoch, you appreciate it. You know what I'm
definitely, bro.
saying? Most
And
definitely. Yeah.
I appreciate you being appreciative of it. Yeah, that's one
No
thing
doubt,
that
no
a
doubt,
lot of
no
people
doubt.
don't know how to be appreciative, because I'm appreciative of things that people do for me as well. So
Yeah.
in case of, it's not like nothing short of what we do. What we do is just this, this takes a lot, but at the same time, hopefully God blesses the whole situation, not even just the situation of what we do, but for people that surround us to catch a vibe from this as well, and be able to create stuff, and we all can build together. That's the situation we
We
still
all
in.
can eat together. We all
Yeah,
can eat together.
yeah, and
You know, that's what it's about.
that's the situation we continue to miss. We can eat together, and that's the part that I had to show people. Sometimes you have people that feel like, oh, it's not supposed to be. I'm supposed to get it by myself.
It's
You can do
competition.
it.
It's competition.
Yeah,
That's what
you can do it.
that
And,
mentality.
and
Yeah.
personally, I think sometimes people take things too personal, and forget that sometimes you gotta, in the process of going in that direction, you gotta help lead people too. It's not saying
Yeah.
like everything ain't about the dollar. Sometimes it's about the mentality. If the mentality is right, somebody else sees the mentality is right. When the situation is time, when everything breaks out, they understand. They already see what's going on. They can tie into something that's worthy. But again, not just music podcast, y'all. Tap into everything we got. Subscribe to everything we got. Everything on the website, of course, you're probably here right now looking at it. So just, we've already said it before. If you're already on there, if you're on YouTube, please subscribe. Subscribe to our YouTube. Also go to our website, subscribe to our website as well. Subscribe to all of our networks. Subscribe, tap in. If you need anything as far as visual, if you need anything that's audio, especially if you're in the area of Charlotte, North Carolina, and surrounding Charlotte, North Carolina area, if you need anything audio, visual, media production done, we have it. If you need anything edited, if you need anything, questions or anything, hit us up. Hit anybody.
Statesville, North Carolina, Mooresville, North Carolina, Troutman, any surrounding areas. Y'all holla at us, man. We got you. 100% guaranteed. Well, we keep it real and honest always. But yeah, man.
Drink all your water. Keep drinking water. Keep yourself tied into to health.
Cold water, hot
Keeping
water.
yourself going. Meditate daily, whether it's prayer or meditation. Take
The
take at
right
least
kind of meditation. The
take
right
it.
one. The right
Take
kind.
some time. Yes, take some time to tie into yourself, and make yourself be great. Stop worrying about everybody else. First, make sure you
Hey,
great.
put love in your don't leave that out. Put love in your heart and love in your soul. You know, love
Definitely.
yourself so you can love people.
And
You know,
simply that's just by saying,
yeah, yeah,
that's just
yeah.
simply saying, look, I love you all. Again, stick in. Thank you for tying in. Just because I said I love you, you should go tell somebody else you love them, because we may not hear it back. If you say it back, that's good. If not, you can email it to us, say it as well. But again, go
Yeah.
past I love you on to somebody else, because I love you.
I love you.
And I
I
hope
love y'all.
y'all are enjoying your ride with us. Again,
Talking to you. I love you. I love y'all. Ones who's watching this, you watch this. I love you. All right.
all right, y'all have a good one.